into improv afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really like to go back through the scene and dissect it at all. It's just more like, oh, let's play, and then let people, know like how you got into it, how you got into improv, and that's about it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
All right. um, we can jump around if you want. A lot of them are like one scene real time, but if you however you want to play it. So
Okay.
yeah, if you
Yeah, I'm I'm open. I just want to have fun.
yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is just get out there and have fun, and you know, however you want to spend the time, I think is the most fun for me. So I've done it where I had a guy, I had a friend of mine, and I mean, I swear we did, in 10 minutes, we probably did 10 scenes just bouncing around back and forth.
Okay.
But most of them are just real fun to get. I'll give you the number. I'll tell you how many suggestions we got, and then you just pick a number.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you what that corresponds to, like what suggestion that corresponds to.
Okay.
And then yeah, from there we're off and running from there.
We're rolling.
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2. Let me look at this here. 4. We've got 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we have 60 suggestions here.
60. Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
So so pick a number 1 to 60.
I'm gonna go with 44.
Oh, all right. Good old number 44.
44.
Let's see. I'm gonna count backwards this time.
You get to count backwards for me. Great.
59, 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1, 50, 49, 8, 7, 6, 5, 44. All right. This comes from Bob.
Okay.
And our suggestion is step on it.
Step on it.
Step on it. Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. Step on it. You ready?
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
Oh gosh. Are we gonna be honest with each other? I mean, I think that's the best. That's the best thing to do.
There's no way this can work unless we're honest with each other.
I am so nervous. Like I'm so glad that you said that, because I think I'm more nervous than you are. I really do.
I mean, my hands are sweating. My not just my palms, like the tops of my hands, that's how nervous I am, are sweating right now.
The tops of your hands?
Yeah, like the top and the bottom of my hands are both just glistening with sweat.
Okay, maybe you are more nervous.
Yes.
I
I mean, the top of my hands, like, I can understand my palms are sweating, but the top of my hands, the tops are sweaty. Like I'm a sweater by nature. Like I sweat normally, but when I get nervous, I get very sweaty. And it's really just hands. Like my hands are things. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we should, since we're both nervous and you have sweaty hands, we should just take a moment to breathe. Will you breathe with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I feel better. Okay. All right. Oh. Oh, see, I'm knocking my computer
Okay.
over. I
Okay. I
get
mean,
bumbly when I get nervous. So
it's like there's something trying to
okay.
escape the body. That's what it is. Something's trying to escape the body, so it has to come out at some point.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. Like literally nervous energy, just okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it has to go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It usually goes to my tummy and yeah, I get the bubble guts. But that's probably a little too much TMI, but
Wait, the bubble guts?
you never heard that term?
Wait, what? Tell me bubble guts.
So yeah, when you get nervous, you know how like some people call them butterflies. A lot of people say like, "Oh, I got the bubble guts." So yeah, so you learned something today. So now you can say when you get nervous, you have the bubble guts and sweaty hands.
Well, I got the bubble guts right now. And I'm trying to calm it down. I'm
Okay.
trying to calm it down, but
Yeah. Okay. I'm here with you. And you see, I'm rambling because I'm so nervous too, and I'm getting off topic. Off topic. Okay.
well,
So.
I think we just got to rip the Band-Aid off and do this.
Okay. So you're ready to meet my dad?
Yeah.
That's we're gonna, if we're ripping the Band-Aid off, we're gonna go full throttle and we're gonna meet my dad. I know how I feel about you,
Yeah.
and I want to let my dad know. Like, is that
Is
see, I
that
just saying that.
is
Is
that
that bad?
perfect?
I mean,
No. I mean, I need his approval and I have to meet him. I know how important he is to you, and I need to meet that man. I mean, it's you talk about him, and he sounds like just such an amazing person that like, to be honest, I'm afraid I'm not going to leave a good impression on him, and that will affect us. And I know that's just something in my head.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, you can't get psyched out. I mean, my dad's a big deal, and we all know that.
he's a senator. He is a senator for the United States. I mean, he's a huge deal.
He is, but you know what? So are you. You're the love of my life.
Really?
And you know what? When I look in your eyes, you're a big deal.
Really? I think I mean, you I love looking in your eyes. Every time I see your eyes, I see something different that I love about them.
Oh my gosh. See, those are the things. When you say things like that, like that's what captured my heart.
I mean,
Like,
well, I'm 42 years old. And I'm feeling like I'm a teenager right now.
I mean, yeah, it's almost like a Katy Perry song, like a teenage dream.
Yes.
You know?
I
Or fireworks. I can go
Yeah.
on and on.
No,
Katy
I
Perry
was thinking
songs.
firework. That's what I was thinking. Like, that's
Yes. Yeah.
I'm if I try if I try too hard to impress your dad, he's going to see right through me. And if I am just myself, he's going to appreciate who I am. He's going to see who you fell in love with.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. I mean, we just have to have the truth on our side.
Yeah.
My dad, he really, I mean, he's a senator now, but he's rooted in truth,
Yeah.
and I just have to look my dad in the eye and be like, look, Dad, I know that you were with the A-team and that you met Nancy Reagan,
Mhm.
but everyone knows you as Mr. T, but you're my dad.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love my fiance. Did that sound good? Is that something I should tell him, you think?
Do you believe it?
I do.
Then yeah. Yeah.
Wait, no. I do. I have to be intentful. If
Yes,
that's even a word. We're
it
gonna
is.
go for intentful. We're gonna be intentful.
I just want him to accept me. And I keep thinking that he's not going to. So I'm setting myself up to fail right away when he loves you. He respects
Yes.
you.
Yes.
He is intentful with you.
Yes.
He's probably as nervous to meet me on the inside as I am to meet him.
Yeah. I mean, he puts on like a strong front, but he's really a teddy bear. He's gentle and he's loving. So, you know what? I think if we go and we meet him, the worst he can say is, "I pity the fool that you better take care of my daughter." You know what I mean? I mean, it's a bad impression of my dad, but who cares? It's my dad, you know.
Can I tell him that I loved his breakfast cereal? Like I had and loved his breakfast cereal.
You know, that was my idea. I mean, it was like when I wake up, I'm like, you know what, Dad? Oh, so sweet. See, you make me more creative. You make me more creative. Like, it was just like when I wake up, I'm like, I want to have a piece of my dad every day. Why not make a breakfast cereal that the whole world can enjoy? So there you have it. You got the inside scoop.
Scoop with breakfast. Hey, you make me believe in myself.
You should believe in yourself because I believe in you. And together we can rule the world. You know what? Together we can be our own A team. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. I'll be face.
You know what? You're more of a Murdoch, but I mean, if you want to be face, because I was going to be face. I wanted to be face.
Well, I think you've got a beautiful face, and I was thinking,
Thank
I don't
you.
want you to just think I'm with you for the outside because I'm with you for the inside too.
You know what? Stop right there. That is something that Hannibal would say.
Yeah,
You're
I'm a Hannibal.
you're the brains. You're the
Yeah.
brains. I'm the face. Boom. We are the A team. But you know what? We're the A team of love.
Yeah, we are, baby. Yeah, we are. All right, I'm gonna go in.
Got the prep talk down. Are you ready?
Yeah, we got to step on this.
Let's step on it.
Sing.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, Mr. T's your dad. Of course.
I don't know. Like
No, that was so much fun.
yes, it was.
And
I was trying to think of the line that Hannibal always says, and I think of something like, "I love it when a plan comes together,"
Yes,
and I couldn't think of that, and now, of course, I do. I was trying to think when you said "step on." I'm like, I love it when a plan comes together, but
when we replay that scene again, we'll end it with that.
Right. That was fun. Like I literally was very nervous. I was not like I was not improving when I was saying how nervous I am because I mean you're just so like great, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wanna do well.
Stop! You're great.
Thank
we met
you.
in a workshop
Yes, yes,
online,
yes, yes, yes. Yep.
and you do work with Queen City, right?
I do. I do the great
Yep.
Cale and
Yep.
Karla. I just have to say, Karla is and will always be an eternal flame in my heart. I mean, I just have to just close your eyes, give
Yeah.
me your hand. Like,
Uh,
so yes, I love
you're
Karla.
you're the first to ever sing a Bangles song, I think. I think.
Okay,
Well,
if you haven't noticed yet, I mentioned the A Team and the Bengals. I love the 80s. Like,
best. The best, right?
yes,
Uh,
yes.
I talked to, like, Karla had set up this workshop, and I was doing it, and you were in it, and she messaged me saying that, like, very proud. She's like, that's one of my students.
Oh,
And I was like, you have such a great foundation, and you're very creative with your choices too, which, like, it can be very daunting for a lot of people, especially when they consider themselves like newer, to be able to put themselves out there with these ideas, because a lot of times you want to defer to other people, and I don't see that in you. I see someone who's just out there, and it's a great testament. And yeah, she is also very proud of you, and I can see why.
oh, thank you so much. Because I am a newbie.
Not
I've
anymore.
been doing. Oh yeah, yes. You know what? I have arrived. I've done 10 minutes with Jay. Now, like now, I'm ready to take on the world.
Well, you should
Next,
be. You should be. I mean, you, like, how did you get into improv? What made you decide to take a class?
well, um, I went through this horrible divorce and I found myself alone in a hotel room and I thought I'm a clown. So I thought I would take improv. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
You know,
kidding.
as
But
you're telling me
no,
this, as you're telling me this, I'm like, I've heard stranger stories.
no, it's a running joke because I got into improv. Okay, so I got into improv just because I really love performing, and
Yeah.
for a long time, I sort of pushed that aside. And I actually watched, was it 10 Minutes with Chris you did today? You guys were talking about that, like when you
Yeah.
get in your 40s, like you sort of want to rediscover,
Yeah.
things that you want to do and have fun. And that's pretty much, where I'm at. Like I have always liked performing, but I never, um that was like plan Z versus like plan A. And so I did everything else except for that. And that's always been something that I feel has been my true calling. But I've like just stuffed it down and stuffed it down. And now, you know, um, 2019, I just was like, you know what? I really want to just get back um into connecting with people and performing. And so I started taking classes at Charlotte Comedy Theater,
Yep.
and I did their whole curriculum. Our first show was March 14th, and then the world shut down.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but it was a blessing because I was able to start doing classes online, and it's opened up like a whole new world. Literally. So yeah, that's what got me into improv. But that whole like going through a bad divorce thing, like that is like more common than
Yeah.
I realized. Like so many people were like, they went through it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess I went through a divorce with life, sort of like not necessarily with the person. I just needed a change. So sort of, yeah. But I just thought I would say that. So
It's there are a ton of divorce stories. There's a ton of like, somebody just broke up with me. There's a lot of stories of people who are like, I was just depressed, and this really, like, it's amazing to see that it is such a, it's when people, I think, need, whether they know it or not, a change of some sort, where they're like,
yeah.
I need something different right now, something that will help satisfy me more than I'm getting. And then they find improv, and it just changes their life, because I think it's the play is brought back into your life and the joy is brought back. And for
Yeah.
people like you, where it's like, yeah, the universe is pushing you to be that performer that you've wanted to be, but you gave up for whatever. There are many reasons people are like,
Mhm.
and I think part of it is you're told it's not a real career choice. And so you think, well, I got to get a real job. And it's like, no, this is the
Right.
arts are a real job, but you're told by so many people. And so but as you get older and as you get some years behind you, you're like, that's things tugging at me. I still want to do, whether it's improv or a band or paint or whatever it is, that creative never leaves you.
Right. Yeah, like the famous, Wayne Dyer, something that I've always thought, and when he said it, like, don't die with the music inside you. Like, you
Oh,
have to let it out. You know what I mean? And so many
wow.
people do. You know what I mean? And but
Yeah.
it simmers and simmers, and they just push it down with life. So like um I had that epiphany and really was like, yeah, I need to do something. And then also, there's an interview with Morgan Freeman, and someone asked him, like, well, what would you be doing if you weren't an actor? He was like, acting. He's like, that's what I came here to do. He was like,
Yeah.
there's community theater, there's things. He's like, I may not have been at the level that I,
Mm,
am, but I still would be an actor. And I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Yes. Like he,
yeah.
is lucky enough to know, why he's here on this earth. So
And listen to the voice, not just her. You know what I mean? It's like he
exactly.
heard it and then said, I'm gonna do that. And I love that quote of like, don't let the music die inside of you. Like, I think that's
Mhm.
happened to too many people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone knows someone that is great at something, but they didn't really pursue it. Like, for instance, like, they're like LeBron James. Oh, I had an uncle that was better than
Yes,
LeBron James,
yes,
but
yes.
he is, a
Yeah.
banker or something. So yeah, just yeah,
I
I,
got
I tend to ramble. Sorry.
no. First off, no apologies. Second off, I love it. These are great comments. I got a college roommate who is talented at everything. Like he's a graphic designer, but he also is really good at writing music and very funny. And he just would rather every time I see him, I wish I could push him to release more of his stuff to the world because I think it's really good. And he's just someone who his happiness is creating it, not necessarily anybody even listening to it, but just like
Oh,
tinkering around and
wow.
doing it himself. And so he's still creative in that aspect. But I'm like, man, there's a lot of times where your music, your art, your poetry, your improv, your acting could be of service to other people. They could watch that and it could give them a little lift, a little something. And so I
Absolutely.
encourage people to do that and to get past that voice that says it's not good enough, or even the voice that you have, which everybody has, of like, I'm a newbie. It's like, well,
Right.
not really. You have how many years of life experience? Like,
Yeah.
and every day is improv. So what you might be lacking in your brain is maybe like techniques, but like you've got those already. Like you're not gonna really learn anything that you don't already have inside of you. It doesn't happen. So you're only a newbie in your mind, and it's
Right.
not. The at some point we go, take that label off yourself. You don't have to be that. There's always somebody who's less experienced than you.
That is true. That is true. It's just and like you were saying, like everything else, fear can creep in, and
Yeah.
fear, false evidence appears real. And I'm in a class and someone's like, "Well, I've been improving for 30 years," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, now I have to play with you, like. But when like you said, when it all comes down to it, if it's in you, it's in you. Like
I
you can't
know
that.
I know people who have been improvising as long as I have, who I would never want to do a show with. I just because I don't trust them. I don't think that they would improvise with the same mentality I do. I don't think they would necessarily want to look to take care of me on stage. And so for
Right.
me, I'm like the length of it's not, I had a mentor once who talked about improv, and and sketch, and she ran a theater in Chicago. She was like a producer she was a producer of Second City in Chicago. Her name was Joyce Sloane, and she said once, she goes, "Honey, this ain't the post office," meaning like it's not the amount of time you serve doing it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love that quote. I'm like, this ain't the
That's
post office. Like, if you've got it, like, and I think people do have it, like, don't defer to the people who you think have the time. Like, oh, they've been doing it X amount of times, they know what they're doing. Not always. That's not always the case.
that is very true. I'm gonna use that. This ain't the
Yeah,
post office.
this ain't the post office. She was the best. She was also a nurturer in improv and theater. And we just don't have, Karla's a nurturer. Like where
Oh,
you are
yeah.
now, I feel like they are such nurturers, and we need more of those in improv.
Yes. I mean my journey with Queen City Comedy and Karla and Cale has been amazing. And it
Mm.
literally has just been in the past like 6 months has been so transformative and so life-changing. I mean I'm here because of them, like
Yeah.
here now in this moment. So yeah, it's so true. It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
And
thank you. I didn't come here for a pick me up session, but hey, like, thank you. I feel like my counsel session is going very well.
well, I watched you work in that workshop, and you're very consistently strong. So like keep following that fear and going like, okay, that thing I'm afraid of, if I just keep headed towards it, it'll be easier each time we go. But like, I have zero authority, but I'm going to say you're not a newbie anymore. But I have no
Oh, thank
authority at
you.
all. I have no authority. But where if people want to follow you, if they want to like check out what you're doing online, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook under my name, Daa'iyah Hasan. I'm also on Instagram under Daa'iyah7. I'm with Queen City Comedies. Oh my God, we just named our group. And I'm like, oh, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Smells Like Ghost.
You didn't draw a blank, you were building anticipation.
Yes. Boom. Smells Like Ghost. We actually have our debut show November 6th, 7:30. It's going to be an online show. So that's going to be really cool.
Sweet.
Um, and yeah, I'm always doing stuff with Queen City Comedy as well. So
Yeah.
just yeah, like if anyone wants to friend me on Facebook or check out my Instagram, please do. And I'm always looking to just connect and build.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. That's why you're a great improviser. Connect and build. That's what it's all about. Well,
Absolutely.
amazing. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
time out,
you.
and I can't
Thank
wait to play
you.
with you again, whether it's live or another virtual event.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jay. This has been so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're the,
Thanks so much.
you're the best.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.